Hello, hello, Tatum here. Welcome back. Today I have a glute focused workout, AKA your butt. So grab a band, grab some dumbbells, and let's get to it. All right, hello, it's time to get started. Today we're gonna work our bottoms. This was a request I had from one of my clients. So hopefully this is what you're looking for, Rebecca. Shout out to you. Thank you for suggesting this. This is a bottom glute heavy workout. Today, grab a stepper or a bench if you have one, and definitely a chair if you can. If not, don't worry about it, we'll make it work. A couple sets of dumbbells, I have 15 and 30 pounds. That's just to give you an idea. You can play with the weights that you have there. Also a gliding disc or furniture gliding disc or paper plate if you have it. And then a booty band. If you don't have a booty band, I highly suggest that you get one for home if you're wanting to work these glutes and feel them turn on. It's great for that. If not, we'll still be able to go through some of these without it, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and warm up. Let's go ahead and touch down to those toes. I want you to drop your bottom. Love this one, extend. Don't go too far at first. Just drop and lift. Notice how tight I am. I'm not going very far right now, but I will get there. With each one, I'm gonna try to lift a little further, but don't rush it. Just go as far as you can, feeling a slight stretch there. The fingertips stay on your toes. Good. Let's do 3 more. 3. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to get it up a little bit higher. I hope you are too. 2. And 1. Oh, come out of that. Nice work. Let's go ahead and step back into a reverse lunge. Just reach back a little bit for me. Don't go too far again. We're just warming up. We are going to start this workout with some heavier lifting. I can't help it. We're gonna isolate later, but we have to go with some of the bigger lifts on the glutes, okay? So we're gonna do that, and then we'll work through into isolation with our bands. But keep alternating here, just reach back. Nice work. Now I wanna do a little lateral lunge, slide, okay? Stretching right into the hips, even inner thigh, side to side. Hold it, and then slide over. If it feels better, maybe you come up and back down into it. And up and down. Good work. Nice job. Keep it coming. Let's do a couple more. Nice work. Let's come down to the floor. We're going to activate those glutes. Now, I should mention, if you're tight, you have a lot of tight muscles, or you're just, and your glutes have just gone dormant, they've gone to sleep, all right, you're gonna, even if you're working these glutes and you're doing these exercises, but if you're not firing and engaging, then they're not gonna get much of a benefit from these exercises. So I really want you to slow down and focus. Don't just go through the motion. Like, I can lift here and not really put those glutes into it, but I want you to squeeze right now. Squeeze, engage the bottom, and then lift and press through, okay? On everything we do, I want that squeeze and lift, all right? Squeeze and lift. Feel a difference, feel a difference. You can even play with this at home. Squeeze one side, squeeze the other. Make sure that both of them are turning on and firing and that you don't feel your hamstrings overworking. Sometimes our quads will overwork if that bottom or lower back, if that glute muscle is not activating for us and doing its job. So if you need any corrections in that, please send me a message. Let's come on up. Nice work there. We still have a minute left. That's really about it. So let's go ahead and come down to a side plank. And we'll do a little abduction here too, just to turn on and get things activated. So lift up here, side plank, elbow under shoulder. Let's bring that toe down and just lift here. Good. We're gonna do 10 and go to the other side. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feel that out. Do I still have time? I still have time. We're doing well. Here we go. Other side, elbow under shoulder, toes down, lift. Woo, I'm already sore for another workout. It's gonna feel good today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now what I love about this one is you get the underside working and the top side as well with that side plank hold. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We have 15 seconds. I want you to grab some weight, and we're gonna take our gliding disc as well with us here. We're gonna do a reverse lunge slide. All right, here we go. Let's put our right foot on that gliding disc, grab 2 dumbbells, or maybe you're just using body weight today. We're gonna slide back into that reverse lunge and come back up to stand. Now, again, because we're focused on the glute and hamstring, mostly glute here, I want you to think about pushing the hips back and hinging just a bit. See how they're back? You could go straight up and down here, but you're gonna feel that mostly in your quads. But if you can just slide back, push the hips a little bit back, you'll feel that shift into your bottom. Good. Woo, we got it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Okay, we're gonna keep this weight nearby. We'll get back to it. Grab some heavier weight. We have an RDL, Romanian deadlift, also known as a stiff leg deadlift. I don't really call it that because I want your knees to be soft. Here we go, shoulders down and back, weight out in front. We're gonna hinge, we're gonna push our hips towards that back wall. Slight bend in the knee or slight soft knee here. Come to mid shin, push the hips forward. All right, push back, shoulders stay down. We're not rounding, we're not reaching. All right, and then we're gonna come up. Think about forming tabletop with that back, coming parallel to the ground. Good. Might just be at your knees today, might just push back at your knees. Try to get about mid shin, at least bringing that upper body parallel to the floor. Push back. Good. And then forward. This is a very important move in a lot of exercises. You want to make sure you can keep that form. All right, let's put that weight down. Nice job there. We're gonna go into that reverse lunge again, but this time left leg. Well, we're working right leg, but right glute, left leg on gliding disc. All right, here we go. Slide it back, come to stand. Feeling it in that right glute this time. Good, now, if you don't have a furniture slider, just go ahead and step back into a reverse lunge. Keeping that hinge there in the hips, reaching back with the hips just a little bit. Just don't collapse that upper body. Keep the body still at a good angle. I don't want you to fall over necessarily, okay? Good. Slide it back, slide it forward. Feel that outside glute, woo! Good, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. We'll be back to that, leave those weights close by. Grab one of your heavier weights if you have it. We're going into a goblet squat. One of my favorites. In order to engage these glutes a little bit more, we're gonna go with our feet just slightly wider, and we're going a little deeper. So here we go. Weight close to the body, feet about shoulder width apart, maybe just slightly wider, toes a little bit out. I wanna see how low you can go. That way we can engage more than just the quads. Get into the butt a little bit. Squats are great. We don't want to neglect our squats. Good. Now, watch your deep, how deep you go. I know everybody wants to go all the way down. Some of us will lack mobility or flexibility to get very far. And what will happen is we'll start to tuck around. I want you to stop that level of depth that you go before you get there. So look at yourself in a mirror. Make sure you're able to continue to go down without that tuck. All right, that's a rest. Nice work. 30 seconds here. Grab a sip of water. You did great. That's our first circuit. We're gonna go through number 2. Same thing. 3 sets here. Then we'll move on to bands. Promise you. We'll get there and we'll isolate. It'll feel so good. All right, 13 seconds here. I didn't want to do it at the beginning because I didn't want us to tire out so we could do some of this stuff well. All right. Sometimes I will at the beginning, but not today. All right. Right foot on gliding disc. Grab a couple dumbbells if you're there. Here we go. Reverse lunge, sliding. A little hinge at the hips. Good. Think about your butt. Focus there. Squeeze. Good. Woo! Nice work. 15 more seconds, you're doing well. If you're using the gliding disc, just make sure you have good control, that you're comfortable with it before you add that weight. It's very important that you have good control. Good, let's rest. So today might just be about learning to glide and push back into that reverse lunge. All right, here we go, RDL. Woo, grab some heavier weights if you have it, but only if you have form, okay? If you understand how to do this, you have the form. Here we go, shoulders down and back, stand tall. We're gonna start to just hip hinge. We're gonna push that bottom back towards the back wall. Not bending our knees, trying to keep our legs straight, but with a soft knee, if that makes sense. So I have a slight bend in mine because I have some really tight hamstrings. But a little bend is okay. We don't want them locked out for sure. No locked out knees on this. Push back, try to get parallel to the floor with a good flat back. Look at yourself in the mirror, get the movement before you go up in weight. Yeah, our glutes are really strong. They can handle the weight. What's not gonna handle the weight is our lower back if we're not doing it right. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Oh, feels good. All right, back to the reverse lunge. Other foot, grab your weights. Left foot on, right foot stationary. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, slide it back. Hinge a little bit. Again, no gliding disc or paper plate. Just go ahead and step it back into a reverse lunge. Good. That's it. Good and controlled. Get the movement on the disc before adding too much weight. Good, you got it. You're doing well. Hang in there, 13 seconds. A few more. Good. Foot is flat. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's grab our weight for that goblet. Weight right in front. Now, maybe that's too much on the core. Maybe you're a little tired there. Maybe you need some heavier weight because what you have for goblet for one weight is not enough. Take 2 dumbbells and do your squat, okay? Maybe even here so you can get a little deeper. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Weight towards or close to your chest, nice and close to the body. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder or about shoulder width, enough that you can clear those hips and get a good deep squat. As deep as you can go without rocking up onto your toes, okay? Without curving that lower tailbone under or leaning forward even. Those are some of the things we'll see as we try to get deeper if we're having some issues with mobility, flexibility. So if you're collapsing, don't go as deep. You want that chest to be up. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. So just watch those things. I'm throwing a lot at you, I know, but it's rest time. Not much, just 30 seconds. Go ahead and grab a sip of water one more time through. Good. Just needed to get a little bit of this in. These large movements. Okay. Woo. Let's grab. Our first one is that reverse lunge in 3 seconds here. Right foot on gliding disc or paper plate. You can also use, I didn't mention, go ahead and reverse lunge now. We're working. You can also use a towel. If you have hardwood floors or tile, slick floors at home, a towel will work as well. Not mention that very much, but it does. Good. Remember, with that slight hinge, you really want to feel it in the glute there as you push back and slide in. 10 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Find your big weights if you have them. If not, just work on form. All right, 5 seconds to go here. If you're just starting, maybe just put your hands here. Work on pushing over those hands there, okay? Here we go. Soft knees, soft knees. Push the hips back. come up, good. Weights should be just over your shoelaces. Push forward. Good. Reach back with the hips. Now, a lot of times we tend to round. We want to reach. We want to go further, but instead of pushing back more with our hips, we tend to reach with our arms. We start to round. I want you to keep those shoulders down and back. They don't move. They stay fixed right there. Nothing in that upper body is rounding or moving. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Whew. Good work. All right, back with that gliding disc. On your left, put your left foot on it. Right foot forward. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Last one today. Good. Slide it back. So I know for some of you, and I think maybe the person that requested this, you know, we don't have barbells, heavier weights for that large muscle, our glutes. So it's hard to work them as well as you would at the gym. And I realize a lot more of us are staying home. And so you're kind of at a loss to work these glutes without that added weight for as strong as they are. So hopefully today we'll dig into them with a band and body weight enough that we can isolate and really do that for you without all that weight. 3, 2, and 1. And again, and the most important thing is that activation. If they're not activating, if you're not engaging them as we do these exercises, we won't get the results. So we need to make sure that we're doing that. And if you're having issues, let me know. It's a lot to go into right now. Here we go, gobble it. Let's get deep as we can go with good form. All right, my deep may not be your deep, and your deep may not be my deep. All right, so you have to go a little wider. If our feet are too close, we're not gonna be able to clear those hips and get the depth we want. Feet are flat, no rocking, no leaning, no curved tailbone. If any of those are going on, take that squat a little more shallow, a little less deep. Form is more important. You can still squeeze and engage those glutes as you squat. Good, here we go. I'm going slow. I'm gonna go a little up tempo. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Not a lot of time here, just 30 seconds to grab a sip of water and clear some space. Make sure you have your booty band with you. Get that on just above your knees for me, okay? Just above those knees. I'll have a seat so I don't fumble around here. All right, I have a lot of people ask about these. I think you can choose any brand. Just get the ones with the little strips here. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a RDL, down and up, okay? I'm kind of pushing back here against the band as I come up. Now, that might be too much today. If that's so, stay here, hold on to the wall, and just kind of kick back. Let me show you this direction. Just kick back against the band. All right, you can even stay here and just push back or come to standing and rotate, because it's hard, all right? Good work. We're gonna do some steps. So this direction, we're gonna stay tall right here. Just walking, pushing against that band. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1, let's move. Maybe 4 steps or so, side to side. Woo, stay a little low, you got a little squat in there. A lot of times I see this, feet too wide. Bring them in about hip width. That way you have room to push against this band and keep those knees from caving in. Very important that we're pushing out. Knees are over your ankles. Oh my goodness, here we go. We got this, 3, 2, and 1. Now, back to that single leg RDL again. Either here with a kick back, bit over just a bit, or follow me down to the floor, all right? Here we go. Touch and come up. Pushing against this band, balancing on that hip. What I love about standing abduction work or glute work is that when you're standing, not only am I feeling it here with this kick back or a little push back onto the band, but this right hip is stabilizing and moving through this RDL here and getting good action. Both sides are working is what I'm trying to tell you. All right, rest. Oh my, we're gonna step laterally again. This time we're bend over as we do it. So we push into the rear a little bit more. Here we go. Walk it out. Woo. Still, keeping those feet about hip width. Oh my, we are going to feel this. Rebecca, you asked for it. Just reminding you. A little shout out to you. All right, here we go. Step. Good. About 3 or 4 steps. If you need to take a break and come out of it, let them release. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! 30 seconds rest. Oh, I'm not gonna pretend that that didn't hurt. No pretending here, we're just gonna be honest. 20 seconds. If you need to stretch in between on our rest here, come to your knees and just sit back into child's pose and kind of push back. That can feel really good for now with the band on so that you can actually do it. All right, we're going back to that single leg RDL. Again, you're either high, just kicking back, and maybe just leaning over and kicking back, or you're coming all the way to the floor and you're pushing back with that other leg. So I'm on my left leg here, it's stationary. I'm really going pretty deep. That's pretty hard, I know. So you could take your stepper or chair and maybe touch something a little higher if you need to. Working there. Start high, work low as you progress. Does that make sense? Take the wall, take a chair, a stepper. Oh, woo, good work. Shake it out, rub it out. All right, we're gonna stay tall on this one, lateral steps. When I mean stay tall, that means our body is high, head toward the ceiling, but we're gonna at least come down in this half squat as we walk, just to engage. There we go. Woo! You should feel this. You should feel this. You should feel, that's what I love about the band, is I'll admit that I have one glute that doesn't always fire, doesn't always wanna work. Usually it's my hamstring taking over, but by putting this band on, it's really forced and isolating. It's forced to work. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, nice work. All right, so what I was saying earlier with this one, maybe you can do it, but you need to touch a little higher for that balance. All right, here we go. We're working other leg. Again, holding on to the wall, doing a little hinge forward with a kickback against the band, or coming all the way down here. Good work. Balance takes a lot. The hips have to stabilize there. Glutes are working extra hard. We have this side working against the band as well. You can even bring it up into a knee hike there if you want. Woo! All right, nice job. Remember this one, we're gonna bend over a bit. That's just gonna engage a different area of the glutes, kind of push it back some. Here we go, bend over, keep a flat back though. All right, so I'm here, still flat, at least here, so try to stay flat, that lower back. Good. And remember, those steps are pretty narrow, they're tiny. They're not real wide, because then we can't keep those knees out. We'll end up doing this the whole time. Oh my, do you feel one side working more than the other? Good, come on, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. All right, we have a little rest. 25 seconds. I gave us 30. Again, feel free to stretch during this time and work that out. Sometimes getting some thumbs in there, just moving around. Or come down to your knees. We have about 14 seconds. Kind of come into a child's pose here. Just reach back and let it go. Maybe rock it side to side. Whew. All right, pop it up. We gotta go again. All right, here we go. A little RDL, single leg. I'm gonna do a knee hike in here too as well. So I'm gonna push back and then up. Good, pulling through that hip. There you go. You can do the same from the wall. Right here, just back, kick back, and then up with the knee. 3, 2, and 1, rest. All right, tall, still light, slight squat, head towards the ceiling. We're not bent over. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Let's step it out, tiny little steps. Less is more. We don't want the knees in. We're not working the glutes then. We've just turned in. Ooh. Small steps. Get a little lower if you want to dig a little deeper. Good. Whew, keep the chest up. I almost bent over. Getting tired. You can do it. It's our last round today. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. It's that tickle hurt, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? That tickle hurt? If it makes you giggle, it's like your funny bone. All right, here we go. Other leg. I don't know which leg you started on. Just make sure you're not on the same one. Touch down, bring that knee up if you'd like. Hold onto the wall, don't go as far. Modify, find you. Your challenge, you do you. Good. Ooh, this feels good, we got it. All right. Whew. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're bent over, we're walking. I've probably done about 4. Oh, we're gonna put a link up here to another exercise I wanted to give you that's similar to this one, if you're looking for more like this, okay? Let's bend over. Here we go, step it out. I want to say, I don't know how many I've done just focused on glutes. I have a hard time saying booty, but glutes, bum. Anyways, I don't know, maybe it's the mom in me, I don't know. But anyways, we have, every time I've done one, I want to say that I've never regretted it, Good, 3, 2, and 1. Ah, good work. All right, 30 seconds here. We'll stretch it out just to, and give us a lot of rest. We don't need it too much, just a slight stretch. Go down to that child's pose if you need it, okay? Come down here and just stretch it out a little bit. That's good. All right, we're gonna do a kneeling. You can do this from the floor. I'm gonna actually come up on the bench to get a little more range. We're gonna come down to our knee. Ooh, wait. We're gonna take these off. Take the bands off, we're done. Down to your knees here, either on the floor or bench. Toes down, here we go. Lift it straight up and out. Love this one. Kind of cross from the hip. You could go back and up a little bit too, at a little diagonal. Just make sure you're feeling it in that outer glute. There you go. Left leg first, we'll get around to the right leg in a bit. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna be doing some switching now. Grab that band, have a seat. You don't have to use the band here if it's too much. And you can do this from the floor. Here we go. We're gonna bridge up, we're gonna march it out. So one leg at a time, pulling that knee up towards us, towards our chest as we push through that foot that's flat. And it's flat, we're not on our toes. Bottom touches, bottom gives a little kiss to the floor, and then come up. Good. Pushing against that band. Nice work. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right. Slide it off. We're gonna lift that other leg out to the side. Kneeling position. 3, 2, and 1. Toe down a little. Toe down just a bit here. What that's gonna do is help engage the glute versus the quad. If we have that toe up, we tend to get here into that outer quad. So just go ahead, toe down, lift it straight out or up and back just a bit. As long as you're feeling it in that outside glute. Good. You can do this from the floor. I love doing this from the floor. In fact, a lot of my workouts have this one at the floor. But if you want a little more range, this will help you. All right, that's a rest. Here we go. We're gonna put our band back on. We're gonna do a seated abduction. And we're gonna start by leaning back. Right above the knees again. Here we go, lean back and just open up. You can keep those feet closer together so you can push out a little further. It's a small movement. Don't worry about it. You shouldn't be big. It doesn't take a lot. Just push out. If you have a thinner band there at home, maybe this is too much, you can use that. Good. Push. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, band back off. Back to that kneeling. Lateral leg lift here. Abduction. Straight leg. Oh, we have rest. We have 15 seconds. I was ready to go. All right, 15 seconds, take it. Maybe you want to stretch. What I would suggest on this is maybe sitting and just pushing this knee down with a crossed leg here. Really great for the glutes. Oh, there we go. It's time. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pick a side. We're going to get to the other one in a couple of exercises. Good. Lift. Squeeze and lift. Now I'm starting to feel it here. Make sure you're feeling it back here on the bum, not the front of that leg. So I'm going to squeeze back. I'm going to start to come back at an angle, not too far up front or to the side. Trying to engage. So squeeze first, then lift. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Here we go. Band on. If you'd like, you can do a march without the band. Glute bridge march. Here we go. Lift the hips. Pull up with a knee against that band. A little pressure. Good. I really try to lift the hips as high as I can. I'm rocking on my shoulder blades here. And again, you can lay down flat on the ground and do a march with the band as well. Again, this just gives you more range. That's it. Lift and press. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good. Drop that band. Going back here to that kneeling position. Again, use the floor if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lift. Squeeze. You got it. Blow out with each lift. First squeeze, I like to make sure that before I lift, I'm actually engaging that glute. So I might squeeze and then go for it. Squeeze and then lift. Really squeeze there, okay? It's easy to kind of swing and use some other muscles. Nice work. Here we go. We're seated again with this abduction. I love this one. If you love the abduction machine at the gym, this is a great replacement. Let's sit tall. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're going to lean forward. My favorite one. Lean forward. And remember, we were leaning forward earlier in that walk. Remember how it kind of pushes towards the back there. Good. Just push again. Just a small movement. Woo. Good. You got it. 5 seconds. Let's hold. Just press out and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, good work. Good work. Back to that kneeling position. Abduction. Leg lift here. Toe down. Squeeze, engage, then lift. We have still time. I don't know. Not wanting to rest today. If you're ready to get to it, go ahead. Take a sip of water. We can do that stretch again. Let's pick one side here. Just cross your legs like you would do if you were sitting and just give a little tug, a little push. Not much on that knee. Whew. On either side there. That's a good one. Here we go. Kneeling position, toe down. Well, let's do it. Nice work. A little bit of balance here too, just like the standing where we're on one leg and working. We have isolation over here. We have this side working, contracting and moving. We have this side isolating. It's in isolation, it's working, it's isometric. 3, 2, and 1, it's stabilizing. So both sides are working really here. Some people are like, I feel it more on the other side. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Come down. We're marching. We're marching. Good. Kiss the floor with the bottom. If you're just slightly elevated, you might be up a little higher. That's not going to happen. That's okay. You might be at the floor. So you're definitely going to hit every time, but just lower and raise. Good. Make sure that foot is flat, that you're not on your toes. 3, 2, and really push through and squeeze. Woo! Good work. All right. Off with the band. 3, 2, and 1. Other side here. Raise that leg, but what do you want to do first? Squeeze. Engage. Then lift. Squeeze. You can almost just feel it, like tighten up in there. Good. All right. Starting to feel it here again. Need to focus. There we go. Kind of move around. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, that felt good. Here we go. We're gonna go seated. This time we'll sit tall. We leaned back, we leaned forward. Let's go ahead and sit tall. And just push out against that band. Good. 20 seconds to go here. That's it for today. I'm a little sad. Let's go back and do it again. I won't do that. We better see how these feel in a couple days. I imagine that tomorrow it's gonna hurt to sit just a bit. 5 seconds. Take your pillow with you. 3, 2, and 1. All right, that feels good. Now, let's stretch it out though. We'll try to help some of that soreness by stretching. And let's just start here with the one that I really like, and I do this a lot in cross country. Just go ahead and bring that heel up. Just cross it over. Sit tall. I can already feel the stretch. This is all I have to do. If you need a little help, you can give this knee a gentle push. Not a push, let's say pressure. Just some pressure. And if that's bugging your knee because of some other tightness, what you can do is kind of bring your arms under your foot and lift it up off the knee there and bring it in a little closer to your body up this way. And sometimes that can take some pressure off the knee and it feels a lot better. So up to you, just depends on what you're feeling there. I don't want you to feel any knee pain. All right, woo. Switch to the other side. Here we go, sit tall. If we round out, we give into that stretch, so we wanna sit tall. There you go. And I'm just gonna put my elbow on, give it a little pressure. Doesn't take a lot. If you're feeling it just sitting here like this, maybe just getting your ankle up here was tough enough, then just sit here. Don't overdo it. Just getting the ankle here was enough for you today, that's where you need to be. If you feel that knee pressure, just grab underneath your foot, lift a little bit. It can take some pressure off. Woo, feels good. Yes, it does. All right, let's bring it to the floor into one of my other favorite hip moves here, and that's the pigeon or the runner's stretch. Couple different ways to do this, and I don't think we haven't done this one in a long time. So we'll talk about the Z sit first. So if the pigeon's a little too much for today, you're gonna take a Z with your legs here, heel to knee, sit tall, and just kind of reach over that knee that's out in front and feel that stretch in your hips. If you're ready, you're going to slide that back leg out. And I'm not great at this, trust me. I cannot get the L shape here with my foot. If you can, you're gonna push this foot up and get a little bit of a better stretch. Mine has to come in because I'm a little tight, but it still feels good. You can stay high if that's where you need to be. Maybe you come a little low here to the, some of you will be able to touch your head to the floor. Whatever feels comfortable, just hang out with it here. And then try not to rotate the body. I always try to square my hips, which is hard to do, but square them off so you can feel that stretch. Good. Breathe, make sure you're breathing. A lot of times this is uncomfortable, so we start to hold our breath, which doesn't help us relax at all. All right, we'll walk it up gently. We're gonna sit down here, slide out of that. We're gonna bring that other foot forward again, find that Z sit. You gotta sit tall, reach over that knee, or kick that back leg out. Good, get the hips a little square, do the best that you can. And then slide down if you're ready. Just hang out here, breathe nice and deep. And I like for you to breathe through your nose, out your mouth, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Give me 2 more big breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, gently walk it up. Ooh, nice work. Come out of that. All right, we're gonna go into a frogger position here. So I want those knees wide, wider than your shoulders, okay? And the toes out just as wide as those knees, so not in. All right, here we go. We're just gonna sit back, push back into those hips. Ooh, good. If you feel comfortable, you can come to those forearms, or you could even reach out and bring that forehead to the floor. Good, gently come up out of that. This time I want you to rock back into it a little bit further. Come back up, push it back. Maybe you can go a little further each time. Don't overdo it. Good, this time I want you to walk your hands over to that left knee and hold. Good, walk those hands back over to the right side and hold. Let's find the middle. Let's bring it back in. All right, that's it today. I hope this is what you're looking for. I hope that you're feeling this in a day or two. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. It's going to help us bring these videos to you 7 days a week, which we are doing with coaching. So if you're looking for something other than silence and a lot of my voice, be sure to subscribe, ring that bell, and let me know what you want. I'm happy to write different workouts. I'm happy to be challenged in that area. So if there is something you're looking for more of, whether it's low impact plyometrics, whatever it may be, something for your swim, let me know. All right, have a great day. Thank you.